you mute yourself? Shalini? Are we on the speaker view? Razeen, what happened? Okay, great. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Teen Talk Show. Today is the second episode of the Teen Talk Show. The main basic idea to start with this Teen Talk Show is to give a lovely opportunity to our teenagers to help them express themselves freely on this platform. And I would like to thank everyone for the immense love and blessings you shared on ACE Academy. Our yesterday's video reached to 1K views. That was something really amazing within 24 hours. Thank you so much for your love and your blessings. Today, on this second episode, the star guest is none other than an adorable boy called Ayush Anand. Yes, and today we are going to have an interaction with Ayush Anand. And first of all, let us get to know him well. Ayush, are you
Good
there?
evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Ayush. Good evening, Ayush. Our viewers are very eager to know about you. So,
I'm thankful.
introduce yourself, please.
Before I start, I would really like to thank you for the opportunity for me to be here, ma'am. It's a huge honor to be here. Thank you very much. I'm Ayush Anand. I'm a I was born here.
Yes, I just wanted to check out if the audience are able to. They are not audible. It's not audible on FB, Justin. Resin, are you there?
1 second, 1 second.
Just check whether it's audible. It got stuck. Can we just go out and come back again? Can you just switch it off and on again? Let's go on again.
Ma'am, it's audible.
Okay. Good evening to everyone and welcome you to the Teen Talk Show. So happy that our yesterday's video reached up to 1K views. Thank you so much for your immense love and blessings. Today we have a star guest, a very adorable boy called Ayush Anand from Coimbatore. So Ayush Anand welcome you on behalf of ACE Academy.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It's an honor to be here. Thank you very much.
Yes. Ayush, can you introduce yourself to the audience, please?
Yes, ma'am. Hello, everyone watching. I'm Ayush Anand. I'm 15 years old. My school, Kikani Vidya Mandir, I'm grateful for them to give me this opportunity along with ACE Academy. I'm a very simple guy. I don't have much to talk about other than the usual likes, dislikes, aspirations. The thing about this is, I saw Pratiksha doing this yesterday. She did a wonderful job with this. She clearly knew what was expected of her what she wants to do, what she's decided to do to move forward. I'm not that way. I'm like, in a metaphorical sense, at the crossroads when it comes to what is expected of me and what I'm planning to do in the future. So not much to say about me there, but uh, one thing I pride myself on is to look at things objectively. My family brought me up in a contradictory way, in a sense, because they managed to instill traditional values, traditional morals that all of us Indians are known to have, but they've yet managed to bring me up in a cosmopolitan style of upbringing. So, like, I'm free to say whatever thought that pops up in my mind to my family, and regardless of it being right or wrong, they always manage to hear me out. They do scold me if I'm wrong. That is natural.
That is natural,
But
isn't it?
yes, ma'am. But like, they've really taught me how to look at things in an objective manner. They've really taught me how to look at things in a practical manner, and that I feel like I am really thankful for them for instilling in me. Other than that, I just don't have much to talk about. I'm a very simple guy in that aspect. I'm just one of you guys.
Yes. Do you mean to say that you have not yet thought of your future, or you are just you don't have a clarity about it, or how is it? Are you clear on
uh,
your goals?
in my humble opinion, I don't think anyone is supposed to be clear about what they're expected of at my age, at least.
And one sentence of yours you used that contradictory way you have been brought up. What does that exactly mean?
Just like I said before, I meant contradictory in the sense that they managed to like keep a hold of all of the traditions, all of the, in Hindi as they call it, sanskar, that all
Okay.
of the Indian families have. But
Yeah.
on the other side of the spectrum, they've really taught me to read a lot. They've really taught me to speak a lot. They've really taught me to, like, not shut myself, if
Okay.
you know what I
Okay.
mean.
Yes. Yes. So it's both the ways, right? You
Yeah.
are prepared for both the ways, the traditional and the modern, right?
Prepared, not the right word. Like, I can face both of them,
You
I
can
guess.
face both. Them. Beautiful, beautiful. Anything else that you want to speak about your friends? So, do
Uh,
you have friends? Are you a social person or you are an introvert? How is it?
uh, Good question. I, to be honest, like, I don't have that many friends. I'm, I'm a person who, like, I'm comfortable like being myself. I don't really like the hours of or the pressure that comes along with friendship and issues
Okay,
like that. Or should I say, I function the most efficiently alone.
okay,
So,
beautiful.
like,
Do,
most of my likes, most of my dislikes, for example, I'm really passionate about music. I've been learning music since I was a child, and that is something that I've inculcated on my own. I've, like, along
okay,
with my
what kind of
teachers.
music you like? What kind of music you prefer?
I like, I started learning Carnatic music, classical Carnatic music, but nowadays I've branched out to very different kinds, like folk music, Western classical, pop,
Okay.
rock, metal.
Do you play any instrument?
I just bought a keyboard a couple of months ago. I've not really started on getting the basics yet because of
Okay,
the strenuous situation we're in, but I would really love to be an
okay,
expert.
okay, okay, fine. You sing? Do you sing?
Uh, Not very well, but I am a little proud in my singing.
Yeah, okay, okay. Can you hum something for us?
Oh,
Just two lines, just two lines. Let me hear you, Ayush.
if I knew this was about to happen, I wouldn't have mentioned my singing at all.
Just two lines. That's the surprise about the whole thing, about this teen talk show, that we don't prepare children with questions. We don't give them questions, and we don't prepare the children for the show. It's just natural. It comes in a natural way. So any two lines, would you like to
Uh,
hum for us? It's
what
okay.
kind of song would you prefer me hum or sing?
Anything that you would like to sing.
Okay, that gives me a lot of options, and that's
Yeah,
not what I need.
absolutely. Huh.
Mm, I'm gonna sing an English song. Please bear with me
Okay.
if it's bad. I'm not that great a singer.
No, no, no. We are all the same. Come on.
You've been running around, throwing that dirt all on my name. 'Cause I knew that I'd call you up. You've been going round every party in LA. 'Cause I knew that I'd be at one. Oh, I know that dress is karma, perfume regret. Got me thinking about when you were mine. I know I'm all up on you, what you expect. You're not coming home with me tonight. You just want attention. You don't want my heart. Maybe you just hate the thought of me with someone else. Yeah, you just want attention. I knew from the start. You're just making sure I'm never getting over you. Oh,
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Ayush, you
yeah.
sing well. Yes,
Yeah.
claps for you.
I,
Yes, Ayush, that's
I
really
know for a
nice.
fact my music teacher must be looking at me very condescendingly because I used to sing much better. Trust me.
That okay. Okay, yes, that's beautiful. Okay, that was like I'm sure you never expected me to make you sing on the show, right?
No,
Okay,
not
now
really.
you know the next round that we have is called the critical situation round. I'll ask you questions that's thought provoking, and Ayush, you can take your own time to answer it. It's not necessary that immediately you have to give me an answer. The main objective of this round is to make you think and to come out with the right answer. Okay. Now this question is about, like, I'm sure, in case you had friends, like you said you have no friends, but if you had friends, okay, you have many friends, and you feel I'm sure you heard about peer pressures. Okay. So when you have a lot of friends, you imagine you have a lot of friends, and the peer pressure is on you, and they ask you to do something which you are not interested in. So how will you handle that situation?
Hmm. About that, actually, good question though. Uh, the way I would handle it is say no.
Yeah.
Say no in the sense, have a clear boundary on what we are supposed to do and what we are not supposed to do, or what I'm comfortable doing with my friends and what I'm not comfortable doing with my friends. For if I have let's say I have a really close friend I'm really comfortable with, I share everything with him or her, and we're pretty friendly. If they come and tell me to do something I'm not really comfortable with, I would say no, because they don't really have either the rights or the good intentions if they really want me to do something uncomfortable. So what I would say is always realize what boundaries you should set with your friends.
Yes. What about if your friends, when you say no, friends might get offended and they might not talk to you and they might leave you from the group. They might not include you in the group. You will be exclusive. Are you okay for that?
In my opinion, if that is the outcome of such an issue, they weren't really good friends anyway.
Absolutely. Beautiful answer, Ayush. Lovely answer. Okay, so thank you. I think so. This is what the message that I wish to convey to all the teenagers and youngsters face too many peer pressures. And these youngsters want to belong to a particular group. So, and when they want to belong to a particular group, they are willing to give up anything. Like they are willing to say yes to whatever the friends ask for. So these teenagers have to be very careful regard to these issues, especially when it comes to peer pressures. When you have to say no, say no. And if your friends are saying that we are not going to talk to you, we'll not do the like we are not going to take you into our groups, it's just fine, isn't it, Ayush? It's just
Absolutely,
fine.
ma'am. As long
They
as you have
yeah.
people that understand you, as long as you have one or two friends that you are okay being with, I don't think it's
Yes.
that big a problem.
Right, right. Next question, Ayush, is like, how is your family very unique from other families? And what is the uniqueness of your family? What keeps you all together?
I think that the uniqueness of my family is that we are not unique. we we are just a run-of-the-mill simple family, like we like. One thing though that I feel like differentiates my family from other families, I guess, is like we don't really keep anything in our heart. If we find any problems, if we have something that we find uncomfortable, we just say it to each other's faces. So for example, if I score like not very properly in my tests or something, my mom won't have any problem coming and telling me, I expected a better from you. I think you should expect better from yourself as well, because we are coming out of a good place and you need to realize that and put in better efforts next time. Or in a more simple example, for example, if I'm playing music too loud, they don't have any problem coming and telling me, turn off the music, people are having problems here. We say to each
Yeah.
other's faces like that. And then even if we have fights, like we like start yelling at each other, like in the next 5 minutes we'll undoubtedly start cuddling.
Okay, okay, that's beautiful, right? And when I say communication in between it's very important that when we say family, communication is the key to happiness of a great family. So, do you think that's there in your family, and how do you communicate to each other? How often do you spend some quality time together?
Absolutely, ma'am. Like the thing is, I am like I've always been a bit of a loner. So I regard my parents as far more better friends than I regard my friends as friends, if you know what I mean.
Okay, yeah. Well,
So
once you, I think so, parents, like, if parents and children treat each other like friends, I think so, you don't need any other friend outside. So, like, that's
uh,
very important. Do you sit
I,
down and talk to your parents? Do you sit down and have a communication sort, or just as you're going up and down, just you talk, or do you spend some quality time with each one of them?
um, usually not very much, because everyone has their own work to be engrossed in. As a student, I need to make sure I get in all of my work in time. As a homemaker, my mom has various works she has to attend to, and being a salesman, my father usually isn't home at all most of the times. But
Okay.
during at least this lockdown time, like we've made wonderful progress in that aspect, whether it be like Netflix and chill or
Hmm.
some serious discussions about like various issues, be it political
Okay.
or philosophical. We've made some headway in this lockdown time at least.
Okay, beautiful. That's beautiful, Ayush. You have a lovely family. God bless your family, really. And what are the three things that you are grateful for?
One, taking my head out of the clouds. I think that's really important. Humility, I believe, is very essential for any kind of person, because accurately estimating what you can do and accurately estimating what you're capable of will always help you in the long run, whether it be some kind of co-scholastic area or academics or anything. I'm really grateful to both my teachers and my parents for nipping that bud in early, like
Oh,
no kind of arrogance.
right. That's beautiful. Humility is the need of the hour. It's very important,
Now, I'm
especially for
not saying that
youngsters.
I am like the most humble person ever. That defeats the purpose of me saying humility is important. But I realize when what I'm doing is not enough. I realize when I'm putting in too much effort, and now I'm able to strike a balance between both.
Yeah. And the
Uh,
third one,
that's tricky.
Ayush,
Uh,
what is that you are looking down all the time?
I'm sorry,
You're
ma'am.
looking, you're looking down at something all the time?
This is a napkin. It really helps with the nervousness I have.
Okay, that's what I realized, that you are fidgeting with something, like either it's your nervousness that shows your nervousness or something. Just be relaxed. Just keep your hand key down. See, this is our audience. Live show. It's not that is the ultimate show in life. Yes, so it's just there. Our friends are watching. Our teachers are watching. Our friends and family members are watching us. So just relax. Keep your kerchief down, and you just relax and speak as you're speaking to your family member. And now that we are close to each other, yes, so
Yes,
you
ma'am.
know Sina ma'am very well now.
I do, ma'am.
So what is the third thing that you are
Uh,
grateful for?
Always have some kind of curiosity and not really be afraid to express it. The thing about my family is that uh, whatever stupid doubt I have, whatever silly doubt I have, I am always welcome to share with them, even though I might be reprimanded for it or like be teased about it for like 5 minutes. They are really like open in that aspect. Now, being a 15-year-old, obviously, I don't have that much of an experience or opinion when it comes to philosophical or political issues, but like age doesn't really matter. Like if I have something to share, they are really willing to listen to it, and they've really inculcated the practice of asking and
Speaking out, yes,
speaking out.
speaking out, I think. There's something really, Ayush, that's like, in every family, this has to be practiced. And Ayush's family is a great example, I should say, where parents are giving you ample opportunity to express yourself. Like, they're making you speak all the time. That's beautiful. And with critical situation round, you have done it. Yes. So, so you're comfortable with that, right? Now it is a speed up round. Okay, it's fine. Just a comfortable questions. Okay, what's your idea on what do you think of bullying?
It is something this is a very controversial topic, my take at least on it. I feel like
Okay,
acute
you can
bullying.
take time. It's not that I want one line answer. You can take your time because at the end of the show, like we have to convey a lot of message to the audience. So you take your time. Yes, please.
Yes, ma'am. So on bullying, at least, I have a bit of a controversial take. I believe
Okay,
that acute bullying is really helpful for a person. Now, when I
okay.
mean acute, I mean acute, because, for
Yeah, what
example,
is that acute? What is that when you say acute
uh,
bullying is fine? What is that? Can you
uh,
define it?
yes, ma'am. Like now, I'll say, like I'll speak in an example so that everyone can
Yes,
understand what I'm
yes.
trying to do.
Yeah.
So, for example, if I am, for example, I've been homeschooled for like 12 years, for example, hypothetically, and then I join high school, and then I'm stepping out of my comfort zone for it. So I'm not used to what I am usually with. So in that situation, in that unfamiliar situation, one facing some amount of teasing and everything can help because they get used to it. That helps them overcome issues like that much more quickly. They realize that it doesn't really matter
Okay.
because it's in such a small amount. It doesn't really harm the person, and it helps them realize that
Yes. Okay.
it's not that big of an issue and you can move past it. But
So
when it comes to
what is the other side of bullying? Yeah.
yeah, when it comes to like continuous bullying and everything, that shouldn't happen. That really, in my colloquial language, messes up a person from the inside.
Yeah.
Like, and in India, at least, like we don't really have the practice of talking to anyone about like issues like this. It's very stigmatized, and we keep it inside us, and then gradually it leads to more and more problems in the long run.
Yeah. Has it ever happened to you, Ayush?
Uh,
Bullying, excess bullying, acute bullying or excess bullying, has it happened to you? And
I
how do
feel
you
like
feel about it?
I feel like acute bullying has happened to every single student in India. But like ex- extreme bullying cases, that in my case at least, that has never happened. Like people around me really know what line they shouldn't cross and what line they can cross, if you know what I mean.
Yes. Good, great, great. Ayush, it's so happy to hear a teenager express himself so well. Okay, so lucid and clear and candid. Beautiful, Ayush. So, what do you do when you really feel bored?
Just like any other person, I pull up my laptop, I start watching anime or TV shows or anything like that.
Yeah, you told me you like animes and all those things. Okay, good, fine. One lesson that you have learned during this pandemic.
Too much free time is really not a thing people should have.
What happens when too much of free time? What has happened to you during this time?
As the saying goes, an idle mind is the devil's workshop, and I've not really put in much productive use to the free time I have right now. So,
Okay, fine. And what's one good thing about your school? What do you like the best about your school?
they've been really open to us about anything. For example, we have a committee specifically for bullying or various other social issues. And any problem we have, all I have to do is just go and talk to any of the teachers, and I can guarantee, I can like assure myself that they'll try their best to look out for it, or they'll try their best to help us in that aspect. In our school, at least, it's never about just academics as a whole. It's about evolving as a person who can survive in society.
Yeah, that's truly good. A great school, I should say. And what makes you really laugh?
I laugh at everything.
And you laugh at everything. And specifically, something who makes you laugh the most?
uh, I'm going to sound really mean when I say this, but stupidity.
Ayush, you are extremes, huh? Good. Now you have come, we have finished up with the speed up round, and you have really done well, and humorous answers. And your answers, actually, I was asking you questions which were thought provoking, but your answers made me think. Yes, it was opposite, right? And I'm sure it has made even the viewers think on what you were speaking, right? That's really good. Now, this is the fourth round. If you were made principal of a school, you think you have taken the position of a principal of your very own school, what are the three changes you will come up with immediately? You can take time, dear.
Immediately.
Yeah.
That's an interesting question. I don't think I've been asked that in my life ever before.
Yes.
Mm, I have an idea on what three changes that
Yeah,
I'd bring.
please. Huh.
Number one is not a complete focus on academics. I realize that academics, at least in like the current atmosphere we have, is extremely important. It decides the lifestyle, it decides the livelihoods of people. But one other important thing is co-scholastic activities. For example, we focus on sports, we focus on for example, in Coimbatore, at least volleyball or throwball, there is a heavy focus on sports. But when it comes to important practices like speaking, when it comes to important practices like communication, a lot of schools lag behind.
Yes.
Because like half, like, to be frank, most of the people in Tamil Nadu don't have a really good grasp on English itself, and that says a lot about the kind of culture we live in.
Yes, yes. You are
That is,
absolutely right, Ayush. You are absolutely right. And you have been born and brought up, raised in Bangalore. So you have a hold on the language, isn't it?
I
The
mean,
language flow, you think this you owe it to Tamil Nadu, Coimbatore, or Bangalore?
to be fair, I owe it to myself and the books I read more than any place I live in. I'm the
Good.
kind of person who never steps out unless there is a reason to.
Okay.
So it's partly my family as well, but uh, I hardly remember what, like, I came back quite young when from Bangalore when I was quite young. I hardly remember anything from there. So
Oh, okay,
not
okay.
really.
Ah,
It's just like once you realize how important communication is, you naturally unconsciously start moving towards better ways to communicate with other people.
yeah, absolutely. And your second, you never told me the three reforms. You just said first one.
Yeah.
The second one.
Uh, Second one is clean bathrooms and clean restrooms. I think that's essential.
Okay.
Because most schools, we don't, like, most, like, even students, we don't really consider this a criteria when we like go for admissions and everything. But having a hygienic toilet or having hygienic spaces for students to study in is quite essential, because we realize what lack of hygiene does to a person. That's the whole reason we're in
Hmm.
quarantine right now.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, even I have visited most of the schools throughout. I have traveled throughout India, visited most of the schools and used the washrooms. Like what you say is absolutely right. Like, so I should say at least 50 to 50 percentage of the schools, like, have to think over it, and they have to come out with like, clean washrooms and restrooms. That's very important. A very good point, Ayush. A very good point. Great. So the third one.
This is, I'm going to be frank, this is a bit of a wishful thinking on a student's part more than an actual compelling thought. But
Hmm.
I would really like it if we got more like breaks and lunch periods in between school
Yeah.
hours.
Okay. Okay. How many?
Because
You already have, I think, this two breaks in a day.
two breaks, I feel like that is sufficient, but I feel like there is just not that much time for students to truly enjoy school life, and in such a setting, students really put more focus on education in school instead of enjoying school life as a whole. So I think more break times would help with that. Once again, this is the perspective of a student.
No, that's what we wish to know. The main, I told you why we have this teen talk show is you are able to place your perspective in front of us, and we should be able to understand the teenagers of today, especially Ayush. It's like as I'm talking to you, I'm able to see so many. I'm changing my perspective now. I never knew this bullying you were saying. I thought it's just bullying. And there was something called as a cute bullying and something. I've learned so many things from you as a teenager. I'm learning. Good. We are all in a learning process and you are teaching us, Ayush. That's
Um,
beautiful. And three things you told me. Okay, fine. Ayush, this is one question away from all this question, like this is not a round, it doesn't fall into any kind of challenge round. My question is, like, I'm talking generally about teachers all over, not your school, mentioning any schools. You have been to Bangalore, you have seen everywhere, you have come across so many teachers. So what is that one change you like to see in your teachers?
like
What is that our
Once again,
teachers have to?
in a general aspect, I really feel that students and teachers, when it comes to education and school life as a whole, are not on the same page. For
Okay.
in the sense, teachers have various expectations. Teachers have their own worries to think about, and students, on the other hand, have their own worries to think about. The problem I feel in currently in schools is that there is too much of a focus on what the teacher wants to accomplish in class than what the students think should happen in class.
Yes.
I'm not saying that students know better than teachers. Absolutely
Yes.
not. Coming from a student, no, teachers know far better. We should follow them. But like in order to find a cohesive classroom experience, I feel like both perspectives need to be heard, because if only what the teacher says happens, the students won't listen, and if only the students take control, the teachers will lose interest in teaching.
Now, how can we bridge this gap?
uh, once uh, Once again, this is a
How can we
perspective.
bridge how can we bridge the gap between the teachers and the student to come on the same page? How can we
uh,
bridge the gap?
Once again, this is my perspective. If
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
wrong,
Please.
please correct me. But I really feel like on weekends, students and teachers can have, for example,
Oh,
theater screenings in
mm,
school. That really helps. Miscellaneous
okay,
activities,
absolutely. Yeah.
basically. I gave the example of
Mm,
theater
mm.
screenings, but like finding something which is not really related to education, which both teachers and students enjoy together, and which helps them bond together far more as a unit, would be helpful.
Great. Good, great answer. Ayush, great listening to you. Now, what is the message, the last round? What is the message you have for one message for your teenage friends? This is a message for your teenage friends.
Guys, being one of you, I realize sometimes we find it annoying when, like, either our parents or our teachers or some elder tries to be the third wheel in whatever we are thinking. But sometimes we need to realize that they are coming from a good place. They only want us to succeed, and it would really help us if we take their thoughts to consideration. Um, I
Okay.
think that's it. We need to realize that they are not really out for blood when it comes to us this time.
And a message to all the elders, all the big ones here, like, the oldies like me. What's that?
Ma'am,
What's the
you look,
message?
I've met far older, ma'am. You look extremely young.
Thank you, Ayush. So nice to hear that from you. Yes, Ayush, tell me, Ayush. So,
Uh,
what's the message?
to all the elders watching this, I'm extremely sorry if I offended you. I swear that's not my intention. And an important thing I want you guys to realize is that tolerate us. We are all, you guys went through the same phase we are going through. All of our stupid requests, all of our bratty comebacks. Just take it with a grain of salt, because like, I'm not telling you to, like, straight up deny what teenagers usually ask, but I'm asking you to take it with a grain of salt.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. We shall surely do that. And we are doing it. We are doing it most of the time. But still, I think we somewhere or the other, we lose our patience also as human beings. Most of the time, 90% of the time, I think so. We are doing it. We are adjusting. We are trying to understand the teenagers. Teachers also are doing it. But here and there, teachers and adults, we have our own pressures. We have our own pressures, and that's the reason why there's a rift between the young teenagers and the elders. So this show is exactly meant for that, to bridge the gap between teenagers and the elders like us. So Ayush, it was wonderful talking to you, Ayush, and I really enjoyed the show with you, right? And thanks for coming on our show. Like, I should thank your teachers for introducing you to me, right, to Ace Academy. Yes, thank
The
you
honor
so
is
much,
all mine,
Ayush.
ma'am. Thank you so much for having me. The honor is mine, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ayush, and thank you, viewers, for being with us and watching our show. Please, I request, if you have a teenager at home, give them a lovely opportunity to come on this platform and to express themselves, their thoughts, what they think about, their point of view, their perspective. Let them share with thousands of people around and let them inspire the other teenagers. Thanks all for being with us. Be happy, be positive, and be safe. Thanks all of you, and thanks, Ayush. Truly loved your session. Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, ma'am. Did I say something wrong?